We're going to be going through the Facebook ads catalog, just the basics here. We're going to be using the foundations right here to then talk about strategy, structures, and implementation in future videos. So, first things first. When we're talking about the Facebook ads catalog, I'm specifically talking about inside the Commerce Manager. If you don't know how to get to your Commerce Manager, here's exactly how. You can go into your ads manager. First off, let's just pop in our ads manager. And on the left hand side, you can go to all tools right here and you can click on Commerce Manager. Once you select that, you'll be redirected to your Commerce Manager. If you're managing multiple accounts, you might have to reselect the correct one. Within here, there's a lot to unpack. The most important parts are all of these drop downs under catalog right here. Everything else in this mix can be customized, can be changed. You can go through these on your own, but as it pertains to actual ad strategy, growing your business, these are the most important parts. So first, how do the products even get in here? Okay, there's a lot of ways you could add your products in here. Now, if we click data sources right here, you're going to notice that there's a couple different data sources that we have, and there's different ways to add data sources to this. So the easiest way to set this up is to use that same Facebook ads integration that we used in the previous video. So in the previous video, I broke down how to actually set up your pixel tracking, and that way that you pixel track is the exact same way that you add products into your Commerce Manager. In fact, it does it for you automatically. Once you get your products into the Commerce Manager like so, then it's up to you to start to edit, tweak, and so on. Now, I'll also give you one more insight here. If you're one of those brands that has hundreds of thousands of products or thousands of products, or you have different colors and sizes and things get a little confusing and you don't really have the control that you want using the normal catalog, then I will drop down below two products slash apps that I would recommend. The first is called Flexify, and the second is called Channelable. Both of these are feed aggregators. They push the feed information into Facebook for us, and they allow some customizations on their back end without us having to edit in the actual Commerce Manager ourselves. So now, what are we even looking at here inside data sources? Now, in this specific case, we are uploading everything from the data feed from the Shopify catalog. This is generally how yours are going to look as well. Now, we have some customizations in here. This is a client that we've worked with that has created these size charts. They've created customizations. But just the important part, what you're just generally looking for is, are the total number of items syncing? When's the last time they were updated? And then if you want to, you can click into your actual data source upload to see how often products are being added. Very, very simple. That's not the most important part. Most important part is that you are checking your products in your products section right here. Now, if you see no products, click this drop down right here and make sure you're selecting your correct shop's catalog. If you're not, then things could easily go wrong and you might not be targeting the right products. In this section, all we're looking for is to just check that, hey, the products that are in fact in stock are in stock. The products that are in fact out of stock are marked out of stock. We just want to make sure everything's here. Very simple. Sets. This is very important. Product sets in Facebook are how we could tell our Facebook catalog ads exactly what to target. Beyond just saying, hey, target all of my products. There's two ways that we can create product sets naturally, and then you can do this also in different feed aggregators as well. The two very simple natural ways. First, most natural way. When you create a collection page in Shopify, it will be created as a collection in your product sets here. Give it like 30 minutes and it'll update. So for example, we'll just use Gymshark here as a quick example for everyone. If you go to Gymshark and you go to men's tank tops, this men's tank tops, assuming they have the Shopify integration set up, which we went through before, this men's tank tops will be a product set right here. Now, if you don't want to do it that way, or you want to create a custom set, it's actually very easy. You can just click create set. And in this case, the easiest way to do this, as long as it's not hundreds of products, is to just search for the products and add them. So click on all of your products and add them into a product set, name your product set. This won't be shown anywhere, unless you, of course, target it specifically. The last piece to this is your Facebook/Instagram shop. Now, we're no longer accepting purchases on Facebook and Instagram shop. Well, Facebook's not accepting purchases on their shops anymore. Everything gets redirected to Shopify these days. However, you can still edit your shop. So when you go into shops and edit your shop, you'll be able to customize your full store. Now, more and more, this has been an optimized layout focus. But what I would just suggest to everyone is you have more collections than anything else. I would focus a little bit less. I know mine's not actually loading up here. This is very common. But as you can see on the left-hand side here, this is the order that I'm working on, and I have an optimized layout, which is just at the very top, we have an offer or a banner. We have a carousel. It says 0 collections, but multiple collections are actually in there. We have a suggested for you section. We have a dynamic product catalog, and then we have more from the shop, which is just inventory. In fact, I know this is probably blurred out, but what we're seeing here really isn't the most important part about this. The reason this is important to have a shop set up is because when you allow for a customer to view your shop, they will actually be redirected to an individual product page. So for example, what I'm seeing right here, even though this is just a preview and this is sold out for some reason, if I were to be advertising this product in particular, then they would get directed potentially, if they've proven in the past to convert better here, they get redirected to this product page instead of your exact Shopify page. Now, that's not here nor there. It's just important to have a very simple shop setup. Don't overcomplicate it. By far, not the most important thing. Okay. This is generally how the Commerce Manager functions. I want to give one more important part to think about this. Your Commerce Manager these days is way, 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 way more focused and simple than it used to be. If you're using Shopify, 90% of the settings in here, A, don't matter, and B, are automated. Things like offers are automatically pulled from Shopify. Customer reviews and feedback automatically pulled from Shopify as of today. Orders automatically synced to Shopify. So you have to do a lot less work on this side as long as you are using Shopify. And if you're not using Shopify, then you're going to have to go through these and be custom. I can't actually give you the roadmap for how to do this custom because it's literally different for every non-Shopify store depending on how you set things up within your own business. Okay, that's it for this one. Let's move on.